Bitcoin is getting ready for another major breakout, but more importantly, today we are seeing major inflows on the spot Ethereum ETF. Over $300 million worth of Ethereum was bought, and right now finally Ethereum is starting to see a very strong bounce compared to Bitcoin. So on today's update video, of course, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin, what I exactly think is about to be happening next year. I'm going to talk about this very important consolidation phase Bitcoin is right now creating that is literally about to be breaking out any moment right now here. And of course, I'm going to be talking about a major amount of liquidity right now piling up exactly around that $107,000 level. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again watch this video till the end because it's packed with information you really want to be knowing about. And with that being said, don't forget to once again slap that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, of course, we already knew from yesterday's video that, of course, we filled up exactly that CME gap. And now Bitcoin is actually getting rejected exactly by that level that previously round provided, of course, major support for Bitcoin right here. So very interesting rejection what we have been seeing. But of course, all in all, the reasons that Bitcoin is currently coming down is due towards the tariff war or the trade war, whatever you want to be calling it. And until the dust is going to be settling, we're most likely going to be just see a lot of volatility on that aspect. But really, if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now on the 1 hour time frame, really what I'm currently seeing is a downward sloping resist line that basically is getting us rejected every single time once we do retest it, and an upward sloping support line every single time providing support whenever we also retest this line. So right now, we are likely going to be seeing a next major breakout happening on Bitcoin any moment soon here. And of course, the breakout is going to be depending whether we're going to be breaking the downward sloping trend line or the upward sloping support line. So yes, whether we break support or resistance, that is where the next move likely is going to be heading towards for the Bitcoin price action. Further on, really, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, not all too much is happening. The only thing that I can currently really see here is that potentially we're creating somewhat of a flag pattern here, where you can see that we're creating a downward sloping resistance line. Outside of that, the only thing that I'm currently really seeing here is the liquidation heat map, because currently on the liquidation heat map, like you can see, I'm currently refreshing it. Major amounts of short liquidations piling up around that 107.5k level. To be exact, more than $220 million worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are currently getting piled up over there. And as soon as Bitcoin is going to be seeing a move towards the upside, most likely we're just going to squeeze out all these short positions, because that is what Bitcoin always does here. Before it moves up further down, most certainly it will grab out those short liquidity and of course squeeze them all out before potentially going even lower. So that is a very important thing to understand here. There's a lot of liquidity being built up above us, and most of the times we tend to be grabbing that liquidity. So right now also on Bitcoin, if you're going to compare it towards 2019, 2021, we're seeing a very similar consolidation phase. After a major or long consolidation phase, we move towards the upside, we see some sideways consolidation, and really, I still really do believe that this is just only the calm before the storm, and that especially altcoins are still most likely going to be shining very strongly. I mean, we do know that yesterday, Trump's World Liberty Finance accumulated over 86,000 Ethereum in that massive drop towards the downside, and that was actually a very interesting thing to see here, because historically, Ethereum in this part of the cycle tends to be performing extraordinary, and now, of course, it has only seen a major dump here. And personally, I have still accumulated more and more Ethereum. It is currently sitting on this major upward sloping support line. There was some FUD again here due to World Liberty Finance, of course, sending away their Ethereum towards exchanges. Everyone thought, okay, they are selling, but what they're saying that they're doing is that they're basically moving their crypto holdings to different places and exchanges for their treasury management. So all in all, there's no big reason to be panicking about that here, but I am personally very excited for Ethereum, because while this has been happening, we've seen more than $300 million worth of Ethereum getting bought through the ETF, and BlackRock buying over $270 million. And this has been one of the largest inflows we've really seen in, let's say, maybe the last 50 or 60 days here. So finally, we're starting to see major inflows coming in again here on the Ethereum ETF. And yeah, that is ultimately a very promising sign here. On the Bitcoin ETF, we saw over $340 million getting bought. Not necessarily extremely crazy here, but still some very strong accumulation coming in on the spot Bitcoin ETF. And of course, mainly BlackRock once again buying. But yeah, really, this Ethereum buy is showing a very interesting sign in the market right now, that people are seeing that, okay, if World Liberty of Finance is accumulating so much Ethereum, maybe we should be doing the same, because maybe Trump knows something we don't know yet here. So really, the ETF market is also reacting towards that. And yeah, if we're going to look at the Bitcoin against Ethereum pair, guys, right now they're also, of course, significantly up here. But you can see also on this chart, if I'm going to be redrawing it a little bit here, exactly 4 years later, I mean, exactly 4 years ago, Ethereum was also, of course, sitting at that very same level here. And just moments before the bottom was in here, we also started to see major wicks here on this pair. So very interesting on how it's playing out right now here. And this is usually how bottoms are formed here. So I'm very excited for what is about to be happening next year. Honestly, I really think that there is not really a place where Ethereum compared to Bitcoin is being more attractive than right now here. So very excited for that here. And personally, I have some major trades open on that as well. So, guys, if you really want to be trading Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you want to be doing, the best place to trade cryptocurrencies with leverage is definitely going to be on Blofin. Currently, they are offering you an insane deposit bonus worth up towards $100,000. It's going to be expiring tomorrow, so if you still want to be claiming a free Porsche 911, a free Bali villa, don't forget to check it out in the highest link description of today's video, where you can find a link towards Blofin. So yeah, check it out in the link description of today's video. And yeah, of course, only use exchanges that are available in your region. But yeah, very, very important to check out right now in the link description of today's video. Further on, we can see that, of course, Bitcoin ultimately created a major supply grab here in the market. And ultimately, on the bigger perspective of it all, we're still looking extremely bullish. And what I also want to be mentioning, if we're looking back at all the previous altcoin seasons, I mean, especially towards the last one in 2021, before the altcoin season happened, we saw a major fake out towards the upside on the Bitcoin dominance. We first pushed up higher before having that major dump lower. And yeah, what are we doing right now here? We're doing something very similar. We're seeing a major push towards the upside happening on the Bitcoin dominance. And maybe this is something very similar like we had last time around here. And really, if you're also going to be looking at the total crypto market cap, we're seeing something similar. We're seeing the previous all-time high getting retested, and ultimately that is a very bullish signal which we are currently getting. Also, if I'm currently looking at the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation, like I talked about earlier, we're seeing that this is extremely oversold right now here. And in periods where such kind of things are extremely oversold, it is usually a great time to be actually entering the market. So really, if we're going to be looking back also at Bitcoin and all the major crashes we got here, guys, all the major liquidations, this has been by far the largest liquidation, the tariff liquidation. But if you're looking at the chart, it doesn't necessarily look so bad here. So like you can see, a lot of open interest has been wiped out, especially also here on Ethereum. You can see it went from approximately $6 billion in open interest all the way down to $4 billion. So literally a 50% liquidation on open interest. And that ultimately is extremely good to see for such a market, because as the open interest is coming lower and the prices are bouncing back towards the upside, it literally means that people are buying on spot, and that is very strong for such kind of a market. So extremely excited for what is currently playing out here. Extremely excited for what is happening right now on Ethereum. I think ultimately is looking very good. And for the entire market world, indeed, on the short term is something extremely bad. On the long run, it will definitely be worth it. And also right here, like we can see here on the total cryptocurrency market cap, we're starting to finally see a bottom getting created. And really, that is where we want to be, of course, accumulating. So yeah, a lot of things happening, especially on the altcoin market, especially on the Ethereum market right now here. So super excited for it, what is about to be playing next year. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, subscribe to the channel, will be highly appreciated. And I'll see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.